Hey Fwans!
How are you guys doing? Welcome back to another race recap.
This is the Miami Grand Prix, first Miami Grand Prix ever.
It was like an event.
It was an event.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't see Rema there.
Oh. Did you see Rema brought out part to ranking?
I know that.
That would have been my favorite part.
And now you see, it's like the Miami Grand Prix was the same thing. Because like you see one star, then you turn
Then
you see someone else,
another.
you see someone else. Yeah, but it was a nice race. It was the first Miami Grand Prix, as you guys know, and it was quite an interesting race. It was quite an interesting race.
It had so much hype. First of all, like the build up. Oh my god, it was so hype.
I feel like that was bigger than the race. Cause did you see how many shows they had before?
Yeah.
Yo, it was crazy. Cause like okay, the drivers really got to interact with the fans, which is something I feel like is unique with Miami now that they've done it. But wow, it was quite a spectacle. It was quite a spectacle.
The US does things big.
Yeah, they really do. They really go over the board. But that's not what you're here for. You're here to listen about the racing. And let me tell you, I feel like I'll just have one intro for every race. But Max Verstappen was a beast.
He's a beast. He's Mad Max for real.
Ah, that's funny. Yeah, he's a mad driver. And like once again, he didn't do very well in qualifying. He came out, he was third behind the Ferraris. But into the first corner, had Carlos Sainz.
Yeah.
And shortly after, he was already in the lead of the race.
I know, 9 laps in, he overtook Charles Leclerc and Charles had no answer for him.
Man, that thing just has so much pace.
Like, is it Red Bull or is it him? Like, I don't get it.
Max is a really good driver. Like, his racecraft is really good. He's really ballsy. Like he just, if he sees a chance, he goes for it.
Yeah, he goes for every gap.
Yeah, and not understating like how good his driving skill is, but like I feel like his bravery like accounts for like 70% of his good.
Like
driving.
He didn't give a shit. I feel like everyone else cares. They're trying not to do this, not to crash, not to. He's just like, I'm gone, bye.
Yeah, and it came through for him because lap 9 he was ahead of Charles Leclerc and he just drove off from there.
Yeah.
In this race, Ferrari was having a bit of problems with tire degradation.
Yeah.
So, not very long into the race, you're finding Charles Leclerc complaining about his tires.
Front right.
Yeah, he was losing pace.
Yeah.
You know, the whole time. I don't think at any point Verstappen was more than 3 seconds behind Leclerc.
Ahead of? Oh, behind.
Behind him, yeah.
Yeah, and when he was ahead of him, he went to like 9 seconds or something.
Yeah, ahead. He just drove off. He just drove off. And it was a really good drive because even after the safety car, he still survived. You know, so it was a good all-round race. Managed to get the fastest lap. And the championship is back on.
I feel like the best thing Ferrari and Leclerc did was take advantage of those first few races when Red Bull had reliability issues and stuff like that, because he was able to build a gap in the championship lead, which is now like thinning really quick because of Max.
It's like 11 points right now.
Yeah, it's so small now. It was like 70.
I was feeling so
He was like 70 points ahead of Max at some point after like 4 races or something.
But he really, let me tell you, have you ever seen a jackpot? Last race he had a at Emilia Romagna.
Yeah.
He had a jackpot of
points from the sprint and then the race.
He took all the points, and in this race he just carried forward the same momentum.
Yeah.
And big up to him, man. That was a really good race. And happy for him. He's driving
really good driving from Max. His teammate Sergio Perez got a little bit unlucky this race.
There's no unlucky.
No, but the car had some power issues when he was really close to Carlos Sainz.
For like 25 seconds.
Yeah. No, but he lost like time. He lost time.
Yeah, he lost some time.
On top of that, he was the only one who had fresh tires in the top.
In the top four
after the safety car. Yeah, and he was so close to getting Sainz, but Carlos Sainz did really well.
Let me tell you, in the battle for second drivers, you know, it's between Carlos Sainz and Sergio Perez.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I think my man is on Carlos Sainz.
Your man is on Sainz. Did
you see? Let me tell you, the last few laps. Okay, he's on used hards. Yeah. Okay, he's like 25 lap old hards.
Tires.
Checo Perez is on mediums and he still can't get past the bugger. You know, like I'm telling you, like that was a really good drive. Considering the Red Bull in this race looked like the faster car.
Yeah.
And you saw how easily just behind them, how easily George Russell just breezed past Hamilton. You know, if George is doing that to Hamilton, then imagine how much better Carlos Sainz was driving than Perez.
Yeah, Carlos did really well. I feel like Carlos is someone else who's also been having such bad luck.
Yeah.
And finally, he's got a podium.
It was really nice to see him on the podium. Mans looked happy, you know.
Yeah.
For the first time in a while, he looked really happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's also talk about the reason why he managed to show off his skill, because that Lando Norris crash was. It was, I feel like very many people were waiting for it, especially Mercedes fans.
Yeah, when we were watching the race, we were like, oh my God, please, something happened, rain pour, someone crashed, Latifi, do your damn thing, please.
It wasn't just us, because this weekend we watched the race at Mad Max karting, and we have so much good content from the event there, and we can't wait for you to see it.
Yeah.
But like from amongst the people we were watching,
everyone was chanting safety car, safety car, and then there was a safety car. Just like, oh.
When it came, it was a cheer. You can think people don't want Lando Norris on the track.
Yeah, but that's not it.
Yeah, so like
you just needed something to happen.
Something needed to happen. That race was quite
something
boring.
Interesting,
up
up to
to that point.
that point, just dull.
So at least with that, the cars got back together. George Russell made a really good call with the team.
Yeah,
electing to stay on the hard tires. First of all, starting on the hards, he dropped back a bit, but managed to come back as people were pitting. And then even after the safety car, he managed to take his opportunity. Just fell back to seventh. Fell back to seventh behind Hamilton.
Yeah.
And from there, bro, he was sitting pretty to have a good finish. Considering he started 12th. Fell back the grid. That was a massive drive from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bottas was like, "Oh, you first."
Bottas.
He let them by. He was like, "Oh my gosh."
Someone needs to investigate if he's still being given team orders.
Yeah.
That man was given
Toto
team
Wolff
orders.
is in his ears. Like, bitch.
How you run the corner and you just like, no, let me go wide and
let you get past.
That doesn't make any sense. But hey, that must have broken his heart, man.
I know. Just watching both of them go by after his hard work to qualify P5
and stay
there the whole race.
Because Hamilton at some point was not catching him.
He was not catching him.
You know, so
he was giving me so much hope. Like I said, it's like 2 seconds, 1.9. Oops, back to 3.
I don't know what was happening, but I feel like Hamilton's race was kind of impeded by the little love tap that Alonso gave him at the beginning.
Yeah.
So he was complaining that there might have been some corner weights that moved at the back. You know, these guys their setup is usually so complicated. So like, small things like that. Speaking of bumping people, Alonso was playing bumper cars. Why is he hitting everyone?
He was hitting everyone.
He was tapping everyone. It's like he forgot how to drive, man. I know that guy was misbehaving, man.
Yeah.
He's becoming like the Verstappen of the midfield.
Yeah.
just bumping into everyone. Yeah, but that was a really good, that was really good for Mercedes, especially for the points, especially after the race they had in Italy.
5th and 6th is like.
And there was like small glimpses. There was like small glimpses of them coming back in FP1 and FP2.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys managed to catch it, but they at some point those free practice 1 they were second overall on time, and free practice 2. Russell was first.
And I think Hamilton was 4th.
And interestingly, his qualifying time was slower than his best time in FP1.
Yeah.
So there's still a lot to give from that car. So like they're showing signs slowly by slowly, but it's like it's not coming fast enough.
Yeah.
The season is going by. What's gonna happen?
Oh, it's like the car is so sensitive. Like you do something, it works, but even you just try and tweak it a little bit, and it's all good.
Yeah. Who do you think were the best performers from this race?
Apart from Max, Albon with his P9.
Albon with a P9. What a drive! Coming back from the back of the grid to P9.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy for him on that.
Yeah, and this is like the second time he's done this, maybe.
Yeah, it's the second time he's gotten points already. Time he's gotten points.
In a Williams. So.
He must really be loving being the lead driver.
Yeah.
Yeah, and are you seeing that across the grid? Even Bottas being the lead driver.
He's doing really well.
Yeah, Albon is doing the same thing, and I
Norris
feel like,
with Ricardo.
Yeah, Lando Norris as well.
Yeah.
I feel like do you feel like Formula 1 drivers they like attention? You know, they like kids like being given attention all the time for them to perform well. Yeah,
even Lewis is like complaining that like the strategy is always favoring Russell and stuff like that. I feel like that's also one of the reasons Ricardo left Red Bull is because he knew they were favoring Max, and that just, I don't know if it's like it hurts their ego or what.
I think it really does.
Yeah.
And with Red Bull, I feel like you really feel the favoritism, especially with Max.
Yeah, with
Christian
Max.
Horner, you can think that's his son.
Yeah.
Like you can actually think that's his son. Yeah, but it's like it was a really, I think there was a really good point for For Williams got points. I think Mercedes did really well to get points.
Yeah.
Ferrari,
Alfa Romeo with Bottas.
Yeah, Ferrari after the last race.
Ferrari.
And of course Red Bull are still keeping up with they're still keeping up with those guys, which is really good. Yeah.
There's good competition at the top.
Yeah, which is really good.
And it's a long season, so
it's exactly, we keep saying it's such a long season. But eventually we'll have to start saying it's a less long season and people need to get things
people need to get, hey, Mercedes. Time.
Nah, they're showing good signs. So overall, I think Miami for the first time out, just an okay race. Like, the racing was not spectacular.
Drivers complained a lot about the track, the surface of the track, all these different things.
The tight section was not fun.
The tight section.
Yeah, why are we moving around like that? It's a Formula One car, supposed to be speedy, not avoiding
not
chicanes.
Slow and chicanes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think the hype, a lot of the hype was about everything pre-race.
Yeah, the event itself.
Yeah.
It was really huge, really expensive. Like, a lot of Formula One fans were complaining that, for example, the cheapest ticket was like $1,100.
Yeah, I mean,
that's like more than $110K to sit in the cheapest seat.
That's too expensive.
They were like booths going for $100,000. That's why you're seeing the people who are there. It's not people who are, you know.
Yeah, it was just star-studded.
Star-studded.
I think my favorite part of the weekend was Martin Brundle's grid walk.
Yeah, I know. Just passing all the stars.
You see, he mistook somebody. Like, he was chasing him and calling him. Kume is calling him the wrong name. That's why the guy's not even answering.
No, so he was chasing David Beckham for so long, but he finally got him.
Yeah, and like my favorite, he also tweeted how he was saying, like, you know, the worst part about a Formula One race is like the grid walk, and he has to do it.
And he must do it.
But the funniest part is, like, some of his best highlights come from
there.
You know, that's
it's always so funny. If you guys just tune into the race like half an hour earlier,
just watch the
grid walk. It's hilarious.
This one was
especially
good.
Yeah.
So Miami, rate it out of 10. I'd give it. The race itself, I'd give it maybe like a 6, a strong 6.
I'd give it maybe a 7.
Yeah.
7 because of the late safety car.
I was really excited for it.
I wish there was a change in the lead. But
the race was kind of disappointing. I was really hyped for the race.
Yeah.
And it was, at some point, it was just dormant. Like, things were not changing anymore.
Yeah, but street circuits are normally like that.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but anyway, at least any weekend with a Formula One race is a good weekend. So of course we had a good weekend. And ours was especially good because we had Mad Max over the weekend. We had racing, we had some fans over.
We had a lot of fans over. It was so much fun. We held our own Grand Prix, our own Gigiri Grand Prix. Wanderi was just he was shining.
Let me tell you, if I talk badly, just know it's coming from a place. It doesn't, I don't talk out of nowhere.
Hey, Wanderi was picking those corners when he was like, guy.
Stop it.
He was so fast, like he was overlapping people. I was like, what's happening?
But.
I was the fastest. It was a speed trap. I'm the fastest.
Yeah, but then we need to get speed trap. We need to get speed trap.
Need to get a speed trap near the straight. Shoo, everyone, even him.
Hey, it was crazy. And this is not the last time we're doing it.
Yeah.
We're planning it for the Spanish Grand Prix as well.
Yeah.
So everything is in the works. And beyond us telling you about it, there's going to be a little something coming up.
Yeah.
That's going to show you everything about it, and we can't wait for you to watch it.
Anyone who was saying it's too late for this race, this is your chance. The Spanish Grand Prix is quite early.
It's going to be at 4 p.m.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, but don't worry, there will be a video that's going to tell you everything about it, and we'll make sure we can spend more time with all you lovely fans.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Can't wait to see you for the next one. Cheers, bye.